Alrighty. Good morning, good morning. Let's get this thing started. Good. So, first things first, let's start our session with reviewing the price traps from yesterday, from last week, excuse me. Let's see what the market has offered us, if we had some opportunities, yes or no. That's how I always start my session, of course. First of all, can you let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear, if you can see my screen? So I'm sure everything is working fine. Just drop a 1 or something so I know everything is good. Normally it should be good. I hope so. At my end, everything is running smooth. So yes, let's get this thing started. So first of all, we had ADJPY. We had a beautiful price trap. We saw the breakout last week, but yeah, it never really came back to the zone that I was interested in. This was really like the point of interest I had. We did get retests. We just touched this blue zone, that's basically the first option you can look at. So if you started looking for that price trap the moment we retested this zone here, we did have some good price action. 1 hour's beautiful rejection, 30-minute time frame engulfings, 50-minute time frame engulfings. Also the break of structure on these lower time frames beautifully happens to come back for that retest, and then we have seen the market dropping like crazy. So yeah, there was a retest, yeah, there was opportunity, but for me personally, I was looking into this zone and we didn't get there. Okay, so let me delete this. Let me first fix my microphone because it's in my way. There we go. So that was the first one, ADJPY. If we go further into ADUSD, we also did have an opportunity there. Market broke out, came back all the way to the downside here on this little imbalance, this little demand zone. And like you can see, we did have some good price action here. We had the Morningstar, 30-minute time frame also gave us that Morningstar, but with 2 small candles in between. This is also valid. 50-minute time frame. If we then take a look here, it wasn't really the most clear price action on the 15-minute, but if you go down to the 5-minute, which I love to do lately, is simply a beautiful break of structure. Market comes back for that retest, and then you saw that there was an opportunity over around, let me check, 34 pips in our direction, with like a stop loss around 8 pips, something like that. So yeah, there was a one on 3 risk to reward opportunity over here. We didn't really continue this small uptrending movement, but that's not a problem. We just want to get ourselves a 1 on 3 in, and then we are good. So that was for ADUSD. Let's move on to Canadian JPY, because in Canadian JPY we also did have some good opportunities there. First of all, we had the first breakout with a very fast retest, evening star here, 30-minute time frame, same exact thing. Tweezer top, kind of engulfing. It's more an engulfing than a tweezer top in my opinion. Then the 50-minute time frame did exactly the same thing. We had that evening star right over here. So on that first retest, that first very fast retest, you did have some good opportunities of around 80 pips with a stop loss around 9 to 10 pips, which is a 1 on 8 risk to reward over there. But if you said like, nah, that fast retest, I don't really like that. And that's also what I've been explaining on previous sessions. We have 2 types of retests. We have the very fast one, and then we have the big long one. And mostly of the time, that big one is really to continue that trend and have a way bigger move than the small one. In this example, it's not the case. And that's exactly what the market is. The market can do whatever the market wants to do. It's not because there is a higher opportunity with that big retest to follow the trend that is going to happen 100%. No. If you think that way, you will set yourself up for failure, in my opinion, because the market can do whatever the market wants to do, okay? And that's always a type of mindset you will have to keep in your mind, so you can hold yourself to your rules, you can hold yourself to your risk, and in that way you will see that the consistent results will pay out. Okay, so we came back for the retest back into this supply zone. Market created an evening star on the 1 hour. 30-minute time frame was engulfing. 15-minute time frame was also showing us some beautiful price action here. Less clean than the 30 and the 1 hour, but if you mix everything together, you will see that the market did some beautiful things. Same thing here, structure, break of structure, retest, and then the market did a beautiful, beautiful drop. I think it was around 70 pips or something. Yeah, 66 pips with a potential, yeah, with a 1 on 6 potential. If you went for 15 pips, you definitely got a 1 on 3 and almost 1 on 4 risk to reward. Okay, so another beautiful example of the price traps and the power of price trap. By simply focusing on structure, you can do so much in these markets. Okay, and this is also a beautiful example. Why? Because the market broke out and never came back. This is an example how you should be patient in the charts and not really hunt charts or hunt trades. Sometimes it just doesn't give us the opportunities, doesn't give us the price action or the retest we are looking for, and that's fine. We just move on to the next one. Okay. Euro CHF did give us a breakout retest, but this is a beautiful example of the market did not respecting. So this was like a stop loss. I'm not sure if this would be a stop loss, but if you take a look at this breakout retest, we had the engulfing on the 1 hour, the 30-minute time frame was engulfing, the 15-minute time frame was engulfing, and the 5-minute time frame gave us that break of structure here. So I'm not gonna hide this. I'm not gonna say like, no, this was not a stop loss. Yeah, it was, all right. Or for me personally. If you reacted here on this beautiful demand zone, yeah, right over here we had beautiful price action. Okay, so this would be the zone where I would be taking an entry, and of course with the right risk management, this doesn't matter because like you have seen the previous ones, 1 on 3 risk to reward, 1 on 8 risk to reward. So what does it matter if you take one stop loss? All right, this is the power of risk management and risk to reward. Then if we go to G-Chef, I was really interested right over here. For me personally, yeah, it just didn't do what I wanted to see. We had the engulfing 30-minute time frame, not really the most clean. 15-minute time frame, also not really the most clean. But if you mix that 1 hour with the 5-minute, you have seen that we had this break of structure coming back for that retest. On this low, you could potentially have your entry here with around 15 pips. And the market only went, okay, 39 pips. That's definitely a risk-free zone. Um, um, or a risk-free level. If the market hits like 1 on 2 of your take profit, if you're going for a 1 on 3, but it hits a 1 on 2, you would definitely go break even. Believe me. So yeah, this should be a break even, but let's just say it was a stop loss. All right. Good. Then the next one is GJ. We had a small breakout here, but the market never gave us this price action of a retest, right? But we broke out to the downside. We started breaking lows. This is what I mean, like just follow the structure, guys, all right? So what have we seen? Market came back all the way up to the supply zone, created an engulfing, created on the 30-minute time frame an engulfing, created on the 15-minute time frame an engulfing, and I think even the 5-minute time frame gave us that break of structure. Yeah, there we go. This low created this high, market breaks below that, comes back for that retest, and then takes off like crazy. Okay, so another beautiful example of a price trap where you could find yourself like, this is like a 20 pip stop and a 110 pip take profit. So yeah, a 1 on 5, almost 1 on 6 risk to reward once again on these price traps. I can keep showing this. I can keep going over this because I'm using this for years already and I know how powerful this can be. Okay. So GU broke out, didn't came back for the retest. The moment the market started hitting these supply zones, a lot of people ask me that, like, when do you delete your price trap? Well, if my targets get hit. I'm always looking at the left at supply zones, highs, where the market could potentially go to. And if the market just shoots up to that level, I'm basically just deleting the price trap and moving on to the next one. Definitely if we have seen such a beautiful week when it comes down to all the price traps. You have seen it. So many beautiful opportunities there. For this one, it took till yesterday. Yesterday, I gave this live in my morning session. The market broke out, came back to the retest, was consolidating a little bit. We took out this low here, and then we had a beautiful break of structure to come back to the retest and then moved on to the upside. This is the 1 hour time frame. But if we go down, we see that the market is rejecting, is giving engulfing candles, and so on and so forth. And if you then take a look at that 5 minute time frame, where was my entry? I need to find where I exactly did it. Just let me check. Let me just go back to my previous charts, to my other charts. That's way easier. There we go. There we go. You see the exact same price trap. Now, you cat, right? Yeah. Why does this chart look so different? Ah, no, I already see it. Um, it was not a price trap last morning session. So let me get back to the public. There we go. So it was not a price trap. It was. I thought it was the same one, but no, it isn't. The new price trap I was looking for was, of course, with these highs here, and then with this breakout and retest over here. All right. So that was basically the idea from yesterday. But of course, here we also had a beautiful breakout retest. I'm not sure if it would be triggered. Mm, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not even gonna say this was a take profit because the market never came deep enough the moment we got the engulfing candles and so on and so forth. Okay, so yeah, not gonna say this is take profit, but yesterday it was beautiful. We immediately got like a take profit one, then the market came back, gave another retest, gave another price action point, and boom, market shoots up again. So that's the beauty about price trap. If you just simply follow the structure, if the market keeps creating new highs, you can use these new highs and wait for the new retest. Okay, but I only give like the recent highs and lows we have, and then you will have to do it yourself. I do this on purpose because I know you will learn way more by doing it yourself than just following blindly what I'm saying here. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm gonna start making some price traps. I was already busy, of course, like you can see. I know I can go pretty fast on that, but this is simply because of the years of experience I've been having here on the charts already since 2018 that I started this journey. So I'm not gonna say that I was profitable from day one or from year one. Definitely not, believe me. It took a while, so be patient. Let me first see what I shared yesterday so I don't miss out on price traps from yesterday. Um, this wasn't yesterday. Wow. Let me just get back there. Pom, 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 pom. All right, there we go. Yeah, I had 80 JPY for the breakout retest to the downside. I'm gonna personally just leave it alone right now, so I'm deleting this one from yesterday. Canadian CHF, we also had this yesterday, so let's see if we can get a deeper retest. I would say pay attention to what's happening here right now because there is a very high possibility that the market will take off from this point. We do have some good price action though, so let me just give it a quick check. Okay, okay. 5 minute? Nah, don't like it. Not yet, not yet. Let's give the market some more time here. If we can go higher, that would be beautiful. Good. Let's check what we have more. Nope, nope, nope. Euro AD, yeah. Yesterday we trapped it, but now, don't like it. Boom, boom, boom. Not sure if we will have a lot of price traps today because look at this. This is the NZD news from this night. I warned you guys for the people who were on my session yesterday morning. I did warn you about that NZD news, and I hope you did pay attention there and put it yourself risk-free before you went to sleep or even close out because those NZD news events sometimes hit very hard. On NZD, of course. Makes sense, right? There we go, GA. I do like this one still, so I want to see if we can get a retest here. G can gonna leave it. Yeah, G chef maybe. Yeah, we did attack the lows. Okay, we are going against the trend, so you know the risk is a little higher there because we are not following the trending direction. There we go. But let's see. Would be beautiful if we can get all the way up here. Already rejecting pretty hard, but not ready yet. Let's give the blue flag. GJ, I'm gonna leave it, or you can trap it. Let's just trap it because it's so clear how the market is in the consolidation zone here. And if we can break out of that, we know the direction. Look at this, NZD, crazy. NZD Canadian, messed up. We trapped this, but let's just leave it. Let's just delete it. NZD USD, also trapped yesterday, but let's just delete it after such a big move. USD Canadian, same thing here. Yeah, I did expect it that we didn't have a lot of price traps here. You can look at gold for an possible breakout retest to the downside, but I think that will be it. I know it's not a lot, but we don't need a lot. You always need to remember that. You only need like one take profit a day. Just imagine a 1 on 3 every single day. Just imagine that. 3 times 5, 5 days a week. You know what that means. There we go. That's it. So we have Canadian CHF waiting for a deeper retest or waiting for price action. GA waiting for the retest. G-Chef is retesting, but let's see if we can get a little higher there and have some good price action. GJ has a massive price trap, so can take a while. It could break out today, but let's see. Let's just wait. And then we have gold. Gold, let me check what would be a good zone to look at. Of course, this one. Why this one? This is like a pause in between the drop. And I say it a lot of times, if you see a drop and you have like a pause in between that, there's a lot of times that the market reacts very strong on that specific zone. And that's it. Let's just check Forex Factory pretty quick. This is what I mean. This is what I warned you for 4 and 5 a.m. NZD news. We also had the CPI on pound. That's why you see the pound doing some spiky moves. Pay attention now at 9:10. ECB, so European Central Bank President will be speaking. So please be careful for that also. And that's it. That's pretty much it. We do have some FOMC meetings and Walrus speaking, but I don't expect the biggest impact on that. I would rather look at tomorrow because tomorrow, or was it tomorrow? Nah, it will be Friday then. Here we go. Friday, 4 p.m. Fed Chair Powell speaking. This is way more important than all the things before that. Tomorrow will also be a pretty big news day for the euro and the pound, so please be careful for that. And that's a bit of everything when we are talking about the news. Good. Let me now go to crypto because this is now the hot topic at the moment. Crypto is making all-time highs. Crypto is dropping like crazy. Should I sell everything? Should I run away from this market? Well, if you're thinking like that, please get educated. Because I did warn you for the possibilities that are happening today. Okay. And yeah, you can go to my recording and you will see it because this is exactly what I showed you last week. So first of all, last week, what happened? We weren't at all-time highs yet. At the end of the day, yes, it was, but we weren't at all-time highs yet on Wednesday. And I showed you like what are the possibilities. I told you like as long as we are keeping this structure, as long as we are making these higher lows, we will see the market keep on rising. This was the exact moment of my session here. All right. The market pushed higher, made a higher high. This is the last point of structure, guys. What do we see? Drop, break of structure, retest, boom, market goes lower. And I didn't drew it now. This is what I drew last Wednesday. It's almost exactly how the market did what we see right now. Or this is exactly what I told you that could happen. And it happened. All right. I told you follow the structure, follow the lows, follow the highs. This is insane. Okay. Um, so yeah, the drop isn't surprising in my opinion. And what wouldn't be even more, or it wouldn't be surprising me if the market. So first we already had this retest here, but we do have some massive demand zones sitting below this. And this here, in my opinion, I think we will take this out before we go high. And that's basically my vision for Bitcoin right now. You could say like, yeah, but aren't you bearish right now? No, I'm not. Look at this weekly. We are just retesting. We are consolidating above the previous highs. So we can expect a little dip lower into that 110, 111, even 19500, something like that. Definitely possible. Let me check. Yeah, 19305, something like that, is definitely possible also for crypto right over here. So this is basically what I'm looking for. Of course, again, follow the structure. If we go to the 4 hour time frame, and what we see here are the lower highs creating time and time again. As long as we keep respecting that, we will keep moving down. The moment we start breaking that, we will start moving up. Okay, simple as that. Don't make it too complicated for yourself. A lot of people are making it way too complicated, allowing the emotions to play with them because of a drop of only 5% or something like that. Okay, this is a pretty much like how deep did we get? Almost 10%, but yeah, it's crypto. That's normal. And it's healthy, of course. So let's see. Let's just see. I wouldn't be surprised if we take out these lows and then start to break structure again to the upside. But of course, like you guys know, I always look at both sides of the market. As long as we keep respecting that structure, we will keep moving down. If we start breaking that structure, you will start seeing another move to the upside and maybe other all-time highs. I wouldn't be surprised if 130, 135 will still be hit. But yeah, it takes time, of course. Okay. So exactly the same thing. Let me just check the dominance. What did the dominance do on that drop? Not really, not a lot. So it's not that Bitcoin is gaining strength again. No, not really. If we then take a look at Ethereum, we also have a beautiful run. Of course, this was nice. What was Wednesday last week? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. Oh, we were already at the highs. Okay. I'm not sure what I exactly said, yeah, last session about this. But I'm pretty sure I said like there is a possibility that we will have some retracements for the retest of Ethereum, of course, on these highs right over here, which is already happening. And this is basically the zone I would be focusing on. So like the 4,000 to 3,750, something like that, to see some good price action to start moving up again. Should you panic because of this little retracement? Of course not. Just follow the structure, follow the highs, follow the lows. It's that simple. Okay. Also, the dominance keeps on performing pretty strong, so this is good news for the alts. Most of the alts are like a little bit of consolidating. Uniswap is beautifully or keeping that bullish structure here. But if you take a look at all the other altcoins, we're basically a little bit in the consolidation modus. Also, Solana like consolidating. Cardano did also give us some good bullish structure, so that's a little bit different than the other ones. And if we then take a look against the Bitcoin chart, you see that yeah, we are still going pretty strong to the upside. All right, so this is very good. Solana does need to really, yeah, in my opinion, it really needs me to break that structure. Okay, we have the first sign, the higher low here, so that could be the sign that the market will move higher. But at this point, I really want to see the break of that structure before I see Solana really getting the strength back. Same here, all right? We have that structure. I really want to see that breaking more or clearer to see the market going higher again. Okay. Yeah, I did have some good price trap last week. I'm not gonna go over it anymore right now. I already covered everything. But I will go over the price traps from this week so you see them, what I'm looking for. It's not a lot because of the crazy moves we have seen tonight. But if you want to know which prices I was looking for last week or what kind of moves we have been looking for, you can always watch the recording, of course, on my YouTube channel. Okay. So what are we looking for this week? Is Canadian CHF for the retest back into the supply zones. GA also looking for a retest back. G-Chef is retesting, so this is one you will have to pay attention at. This can be for every single hour or minutes. GJ is a very big price trap, but we will see what will happen with that. And then we have gold. So gold, we can also see maybe higher retest to then follow up to the downtrend because we have a lot of demand sitting here that's still very interesting to see the market going to there. Okay. Yeah, that's maybe I'm not sure, of course, how your charts are looking or what you're doing to place your stop losses or to know where to place your stop losses. But it's always important to give the market a little bit more room because sometimes you will see the market breaking these lows or like dipping below the lows before it starts making higher highs again, or of course the vice versa. So always make sure to just give enough room to your trades. Okay. Personally, I always make sure if I'm looking, for example, we had USD Canadian last day here. We had that breakout retest. We beautifully react on the wick. Let me just check. Let me just go back to my personal trading view. This was like an idea from yesterday. Like you can see, my stop loss was below the low, and even like we have like 3796, and my stop loss was on 3794. So yeah, I gave 2 pips extra below this low over here. So I was sure the market had room enough. If it wanted to take this low, it had to room, all right? But like you can see, this was just a beautiful wick entry live on the session. On USD Canadian. Same. Put it break even was nasty. This was for me it was a beautiful, beautiful idea. We went in, it hit at the entry, zero drawdown, just straight to profit. It was beautiful. But good, that will be it for today. Please be careful for the news that's coming. Like I said, the European Central Bank here, the euro pound here. This I don't expect a lot from this here, but it's definitely what I would be paying attention at is definitely here Fetcher Powell on Friday, and of course if you see an European Central Bank, Lagarde speaking is also one of the main things you want to pay attention at, and of course here this is a lot. All right, let me check. That's oof. Yeah, that's frustrating. I know that. I know the feeling. Been there, done that. Believe me. Yeah, you reacted right over here. Oh, that's so nasty. It's beautiful reaction. It is definitely, but yeah, I know, frustrating. That's the only thing I can say about this. Um, could happen. Could happen. Sometimes it happens, and yeah, then it's pretty frustrating. Good, but that's it. I'm gonna share everything. Yes, we see each other tonight at Trade Cafe for the people in Belgium. And that will be it for today. So I will be sharing all the charts in the Discord channel. I will be sharing the recording in the Discord channel together with the Telegram channel, of course. So yeah, we see each other back next week on Wednesday for the people from the public part. people from the private part, we see each other, of course, tomorrow morning for another session, reviewing the price drops from this morning, but of course also from the morning before. And yeah, I would be saying just keep on going, man. People tend to give up way too soon, just before a breakthrough or something like that, or get demotivated because of things like you just said, like getting swept out just before a move. Can happen, but don't let this bother you, or don't let this um, how do I say it, like influence you to make other decisions or to re-enter with more risk or that kind of stuff. No, just keep the plan, follow the rules, follow your risk management, and everything will be falling in place. All right. But of course, like you guys know, just to end of the session, I'm only here for educational purpose, not a financial advisor. Definitely not. Just want to show you guys my knowledge and my vision for the markets so you can use that to do it yourself. All right. So thank you all for being here. I wish you all a beautiful week, and we see each other back next week, of course. Ciao, ciao.